on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Easy HVAC. Thanks for joining me today. So we're up here. We have a service call. It's this unit number 8. Came up here and I found that the disconnect is off. So we are going to, or I'm going to check, just do a visual inspection of everything. Make sure everything is, make sure nothing stands out. And we'll check compressors, the belt, filters, and everything like that. Because I don't know who turned the unit off. Typically, there's a reason as to why a unit is turned off. So let's just go ahead and check. Start with the belt. All right, this is our belt. It's nice and tight. Let's see. Let's look for any cracks, rips, any signs of damage to the belt. It's a little worn, but it's not cracking. All right. Motor spin's pretty good. Okay, no issue there. So let's look at the wiring, the wires real quick. Okay, nothing stands out there. Those are our limits. You have 2 limit switches. Let's check the wires for the actual motor. Okay, so that looks good. Drain pan is clear. All right. Let's look at our blower motor. Our blower here. The blower wheel. The blower wheel is pretty clean. Not too dirty or plugged up. All right, let's check the filters. Look at that, filters are nice and clean. Yeah, nice and clean filters. Kind of dirty here. This can definitely be dusted off. Okay. Now let's check these wires here. Super dusty. I'm not seeing any damaged wires. They're pretty secure. All right, let's open up the compressor section. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we have an overload, external overload for the blower motor. This is the blower motor. There's the overload. Let's see, let's check our wires. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Nothing's coming out. No wires are coming out. I have seen it where the connections for the wires are not tight and the wire just slides right out. So I always make sure to tighten up these wire connections, because loose wires can cause shorts And you'll wonder why your burnt up contactors as well. Just check the top. Power is off. Alright, so everything seems good there. Let's check out our capacitors, the connections here. That one was a little loose. Okay, and then our ice cube relays. So everything seems nice and tight. All right. So now our next step is to check our compressors to ground. Make sure nothing is grounded, as well as our blower motor. All right, let's go ahead and check our compressors. Make sure we have good connection to ground. When we do, that's where I have my black lead. Nothing there. Nothing there. That's good. This is a contactor for the blower motor. Let's go ahead and check the overload. This is where the actual motor goes into. So here's the overload. These wires down here go directly to the blower motor. So you've got your main power coming in line here on the contactor. Okay, and then you have load that goes into the top of the overload and then to the blower motor. So let's check our blower motor. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, so right off the bat, we have no direct shorts to ground. So I am going to turn the unit on and let's see what it does. Actually, first, let's check our condensing fan motors. Give those a quick spin. Make sure none of those are seized up. Alright, that one's pretty good. Let's try this one. That motor's good. Let's look at the condenser here. Okay, not too bad. It's a little dirty. Not terrible. But you never know. Sometimes condensers, they can look clean, or they can, they may not look that bad, but they can actually be pretty plugged, in between the fins. All right, so the fans, check out all 4 of them spin freely. We have 4 compressors, 4 circuits. So let's turn this unit on and see what it does. All see if they have any alarm codes. 76. Okay, let's come over here to the legend. 76 relative humidity sensor. Okay, so that's for a relative humidity sensor. That wouldn't really cause the unit to stop running properly. Still needs to be addressed, so we'll make note of that. But so far we have a call just for fan. No call for cooling. So what I'm gonna do is put this unit in test mode. Make sure all 4 compressors come on, and I'm gonna take a check the delta T, and if that's good, I'm not gonna bother putting on my gauges, just because I don't really want to lose any refrigerant if I don't have to. Let's see. Let's make sure these are nice and tight. And this one was a little loose. Sometimes technicians will leave these caps. I've seen it to where you'll have like 2, 3, or 4 caps just off completely. So always make sure you put the caps back on. Protects the Schrader core. That's tight. It's tight there, tight there. Alright. So let's go ahead and put this unit in test mode. Shift, unit test. Okay, 0. And I may not be able to put this unit in test mode. Alright, so I've got the unit in test mode. I had to put the unit in test through the EMS system. For some reason I couldn't put it in test mode from the board like I usually do. But so far we've got stage 1 running. Let's go ahead and check the compressors. Intake drum. These compressors are rated for 12 amps. We're pulling 8 amps there. 9 amps. Check our blower motor. Pulling 11 amps on the blower motor. And of course I can't read the nameplate. Well, I have to turn the unit off again, and I'll check the nameplate and make sure that make sure we're not overamping. How long this unit has been off. May have a heavy load downstairs, high heat load. Both of my condensing fan motors are running. I have 2 fans running. I can feel the heat. We are rejecting heat. And they are spinning in the right direction. Alright, this is first stage. Let's check delta T. Let's get our return. degrees for the return air. That's pretty crazy. But this is supply. This is where we measure the return air. So we're pulling right off the bat 57 degrees, 56 degrees supply, which is pretty good. And I just heard another fan kick on. So 55 supply. Let's check our return. Let's come back over here. Okay, so I just had my other compressors kick on. I'm gonna take a quick picture of these compressors. We're pulling 7 amps. Compressor number 3. Operational max is 12, so we're not overamping. That's 7 amps. 7 amps. And I now have all 4 condensing fan motors running. See what type of return air we're pulling. So we've got a 71 return. So we have about 71 degree return. It was 55 on the supply. So we have about a 16 degree split. Typically the range is 18 to 21 degrees. So we're off about 2 degrees. Not terrible. I don't think I'm gonna connect my gauges. So yeah, we everything looks good. Everything checks out. I don't have none of my compressors are shutting off. We're not overamping. I do have to check the. So actually, let me turn the unit off because I was pulling about 11 amps on the blower motor. So I just want to see what this blower motor is rated for, to make sure that we're not over amping. If I can see it. I may not be able to get to the nameplate. Alright, so we're allowed to run 14 amps on this blower motor. This is a 10 horsepower blower motor, so we're pulling 11 amps, so we're well underneath that. Yeah, everything checks out. I'm going to go ahead and turn the unit back on and just let it run. But everything looks good. Everything checks out. Yeah, guys. So when you find a unit off, best to, before you turn it on, just look around, see if you can find anything that stands out. Of course, check your compressors, your condensing fan motors. Just be thorough. It's because, like I said, typically there's a reason why someone shuts the unit off. But it's not, it's not always the case. Maybe there was a technician before you or a company before you that did a PM or a filter change. They turned the unit off and just forgot to turn it back on. But everything checks out. So, but we're getting into the cooler months. So, yeah, these upcoming videos will be about basically just PMing units and making sure that the heat works. So all of these are gas units. So yeah, it's always fun dealing with gas, checking for leaks, things like that. But yeah, winter time is coming, so that'll be the next thing to do. Just making sure units are ready for the heating season. Always fun. But yeah, this unit seems good. Again, I'm just gonna turn it on and let it run. But thanks for joining me, guys. Always, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And of course, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date. And I appreciate all of the comments, guys, that you leave. So, hey, leave a comment. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.